Morning students, let's learn more about export procedure. After assessing importers' creditworthiness and securing guarantee for payment, the next step for exporting is obtaining export license. So you know why license is important? Because an export license is a document which is issued by the appropriate licensing agency, after which an exporter is allowed to transport his product in a foreign market. The license is only issued after a careful review of the facts surrounding the given export transaction. In India, according to the custom laws, the exporting of goods can only be done when it has an export license before it proceeds with the export procedure. While obtaining export license, there are some important prerequisites which is required for getting export license. Prerequisites mean something important or legal things required before getting license here. So there are three things. What are they? Obtaining IEC number, obtaining RCMC, and registration with ECGC. So let's see what are they. First one says obtaining IEC number, which is called import export code. So it is a unique 10-digit alphanumeric code issued on the basis of PAN number. And to import or export in India, IEC code is mandatory. You cannot escape from it. No person will be liable to do the export or import procedure without IEC code. Along with the application for obtaining IEC number, the exporter must submit the following documents. So there are list of documents required while getting IEC number. So they are details about personal record of the exporter, bank receipt for payment of fees to apply for IEC number, certificate from the bankers, declaration by the exporters. The second one is obtaining RCMC, which is called registration cum membership certificate. So sometimes the exporters get various benefits in the form of subsidies and exemption, exemption in excise duty or tax, etc. To get those benefits, it is required to get RCMC. So it is issued by these are the three authorities given, like Export Promotion Council is there, Federation of Indian Export Organization, and Export Development Authority, etc. To get the RCMC, the exporter submits a bank certificate and IEC number along with the application to any of the above mentioned authorities. The last one is registering with ECGC, which is called Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. So it is necessary in order to protect overseas payment. Overseas payments means payments done to foreign countries from political and commercial risk. It is done basically to protect it from political and commercial risk. So these are the important prerequisites while obtaining export license. After obtaining export license, the fifth step is obtaining pre-shipment finance. It is written pre means doing the payment or doing the finance before the shipment of the products. So what is a pre-shipment finance? Pre-shipment finance is a finance which the exporter needs to procure raw materials, other components, processing, packaging of goods, transportation of goods to the port for shipment. So it is done after receiving a letter of credit. We have already studied what is a letter of credit. It is a surety that an importer will make the payment. The exporter approaches his bank to obtain pre-shipment finance. So once the order is confirmed and a letter of credit is received, then exporter approaches his bank for obtaining pre-shipment finance to undertake the export production. After arranging the funds means after obtaining pre-shipment finance, the sixth step in the export procedure is production and procurement of goods. So after sending the confirmation to the importer, the exporter starts manufacturing the product according to the specification. Specification means according to the wish and desire of the product, the requirement of the product. And if the exporter is not a manufacturer, then he starts procuring the goods from different manufacturers as per the requirement. Procurement here means obtaining of goods. Here in this sixth step, the actual production or modifications start taking place after obtaining the finance. The seventh step is pre-shipment inspection. What is the meaning of inspection? Inspection is done when something has to be examined or analyzed very carefully. Because here, in case of exporting and importing procedure, the quality plays a major role. Because while we are doing the exporting, we are representing our own country. Because if our products are of not good quality or not meeting the standard quality, then the name of the country will be spoiled. It will not a single person will be responsible. The people will say that the product of this particular country are not good. In India, it is compulsory to get a pre-shipment quality inspection according to Quality Control and Inspection Act. So it is very important and mandatory. The government has prescribed certain quality standards keeping in mind the safety and health of the people. Export inspection councils are set up to check whether exporters are following those quality standards or not. If the council is satisfied, then they issue an inspection certificate. So this step is a very important step because the goods needs to go under careful examination before doing the actual procedure of exporting. Also, it is very important to issue an inspection certificate because without it, export procedure is not permitted. So there are three methods of pre-shipment inspection given. So they are consignment inspection, in-process quality control, self-certification. Let's see one by one what are they. The first method of pre-shipment inspection is consignment-wise inspection. So what is the meaning of consignment here? Consignment is are the goods which are destined for a delivery to someone. Here we are talking about exporting and importing. So under this system, each consignment in packed condition is subjected to detailed inspection by export inspection agencies. Inspection agency, they will analyze it, they will examine it, they conduct the inspection on the basis of statistical sampling plan. If the goods conform to the quality, they issue the inspection certificate, and the certificate also carries a validity period before which the export consignment must be shipped. In case of consignment-wise inspection, actual export consignment in pack condition is taken for the inspection. So the inspector checks each consignment of finished goods, and if he is satisfied, then only he will issue a certificate of inspection. So this is the first method. Second method of pre-shipment inspection is in-process quality control. By the term itself, you can understand it talks about checking the quality or controlling the deviation while in the process of production. So under this method, the inspectors inspect the quality during the production process while goods are in process of manufacturing. Then only the inspector comes and inspects the quality. In this method, the inspector can check the quality of raw material used, what are the types of technology used or the types of machinery used, etc. If the inspector is satisfied, then an inspection certificate can be issued by him, because after all it is a matter of country's reputation also. The third method of pre-shipment finance is self-certification. So what happens if the reputed firms or large-scale exporters, they themselves see whether the quality of their products are meeting the international standards or not, and they do it because to earn goodwill in the international market. They try to obtain international quality standard marks such as ISO 9000 and ISO 2000, etc. If you have seen, some products carry these marks. ISO, the full form of it is the International Organization for Standardization. It is a global organization that works to provide standardization for the products and companies, and its main goal is to facilitate trade. But their main focus is on the process of improvement in regards of safety, quality in several areas. So some of the reputed firms which are more conscious about their goodwill in the foreign market, they do the self certification by obtaining ISO marks on their products. So in our upcoming videos, we'll be covering all the steps of the export procedure.